Behind every narcissistic man, there is a mother defending him.
I miss him.
She first testified about Ali's childhood, saying he had an abusive father, was diagnosed with ADHD, but had other undiagnosed mental health issues.
Ali Abulaban was told multiple times by his wife that she wanted him out of her life, and he refused.
There was never a point where I was... The only thing I wanted to do with Anna was communicate as to what she wanted to do, or where do we stand. Do you want to be separated? Do you need space? I'll give you space. But does that mean you see other people? She would never answer those questions. She would leave me hanging for days on end, night after night.
Now, while he's on the stand, he admits to what he did, all the while still blaming her for what he did, for her being difficult.
I didn't expect Anna would ever do that to me. Him, of all people. I mean, she knew how I felt about him. She knew how I felt. I was trying to believe her. I was trying to believe that she wasn't cheating on me, that she would let me fix this, because I was sick. I was struggling for drugs and mental illness, and I fucked up. I fucked up a lot, but I was trying to fix this. And I saw that it was him. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the fucking betrayal. I couldn't believe that she could do that to me, to our daughter. And before I could stop myself, I just fucking snapped. And my gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting, and I can't stop. I'm just shooting, and I'm even startled. It's like I'm watching it happen. I'm like I'm in the passenger seat of my own body. I can't stop it. And I hear Anna screaming and crying. And I don't even remember shooting Anna. I just remember running back to the front door, and I grabbed the door handle, and then it hit me. I'm like, did that just happen? And I turn around, and I see Anna leaning forward, and there's blood. And I'm like, Anna. I couldn't believe I did that.
When a woman is telling you she wants you out of her life, that means she wants you out of her life, and he would not accept it.
That she did not want to be married to you, correct? You were mad at Anna. Answer the question, please.
I was mad at Anna because she did not want to communicate with me, which was the intention of that dinner. I was hoping to communicate, and she had just, not she, I'll take responsibility. It did not go well. And I tried to talk to her in the car, and she kept telling me to get out, and she threatened to call the cops. That's why I got mad. It wasn't about her saying she doesn't want to be married to me.
You realized that she was not coming back to you, right?
I did not realize that. I just realized she's just being difficult. That's how I took it.
That night, October 17th, you were violent and angry with her, correct?
I became violent at the last second, yes.
And then right after that dinner, you looked up chopped bodies, right?
Again, it's not related.
And his mother got up on that stand and said, no, he didn't punch her, but I know he did hit her. The first person he called after shooting and killing his wife was his mother.
I know you're trying to protect yourself, but I need you to be...
My sentiments exactly. When a woman tells you she wants you out of her life, she wants you out of her life. She's not being difficult as he seems to convince himself that the woman is being. Filing for divorce, telling you verbally to your face that the relationship is over, living in separation, going no contact, changing your name, moving out, no longer sleeping with the man, no longer even talking to him unless it has something to do with the children or your finances or something of that matter. These people still are convinced that there's still some semblance of hope that you will get back with them, because they're only focused on control, ownership, and possession. So when you tell them that it's over and you're actually taking steps forward to remove yourself from them, to move out, to get divorced, and you're breaking ties, that's when they snap, because they never think that it's actually going to happen. And they don't know how to regulate themselves, which is why you were there in the first place, because they're using you as an emotional conduit, which is a term that I heard on another content creator's page. And I think she's a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist, but she also talks about narcissism. So when you talk about just leave and you say, why did they stay so long? The reason why is because these people have the high propensity of having a psychotic break. And you can't blame it on the mental illness. In my opinion, it's just simply a matter of them losing the semblance of control, of ownership or possession that they thought they had, right? Because this is all a delusion. You don't actually have control or ownership or possession over people. But in your mind, in order for you to be happy because you suffered some type of childhood trauma and you didn't feel control of yourself in that instance, you grow up to seek out opportunities to have control over other people. And in order for you to do that, you have to strip them away of things that would not allow them to put themselves in this position. So that's why they go on a quest of trying to lower your self-esteem, your confidence. They put you in positions where they can have financial dominance or control over you. They will make it hard for you to better yourself by trying to derail your success when it comes to things like getting your education or going on a weight loss journey, going to the gym, anything that brings you happiness and peace, because they don't know how to generate that within themselves. So every time they see you being happy and successful and escalating and evolving and growing in your life, then they try to throw a wrench in that. So when she told him numerous times that she no longer wanted to be married to him, that wasn't enough. But then when she moves on with someone physically, he considers that to be cheating, although she told you that the marriage was over, although you are living in separation, although you have filed for divorce, although you have been emotionally, physically, verbally, financially abusive in the marriage, when she finally moves on physically or sexually or emotionally with another man, now you feel disrespected. But you didn't feel disrespected when you were doing all the things to her, right? See, this is where the delusion and the fantasy and the crazy comes into play, because anyone with logical sense would look at this from the outside saying, you don't deserve to be in this relationship. You show this woman at every turn that you don't love nor like nor respect her. So when she finally gets it and she has an opportunity to leave you alone, you want to prevent that as well. And so you snap and you unalive her, and then you go running and crying to your mother, the woman who didn't raise you properly and who ushered you out into the world as a man-child for someone else to parent. That's who you go running to, because you need that soft spot to land in. So these narcissistic individuals always have a soft spot to land in when they have enablers, and they're often starting at home. At the end of the day, I truly believe that the anger, the vitriol, the aggression, the violence, and the resentment that they hold towards you when you choose to dissolve the relationship and you break up with them, you move out, you separate, you open your marriage, comes from the fact that they can no longer force you to unsee what you've already seen. You've already come to know them for who they truly are. You've already seen the deepest and darkest parts of them. And now that you have been enlightened and you're no longer operating under limerence or cognitive dissonance, and you see him for who he truly is, a broken little boy, unhealed with childhood issues, trapped inside of an adult male's body, who literally wants you to be his mother, and you are not interested in that, because why would you be? The only solution is for you to leave them alone. But unfortunately, in their minds, the only solution is for them to not allow you to progress in your life with someone else. And that is why they take the steps to unaliving you, so that no one else can have access to you.